Today I got my friend Jimmy and we're going to be discussing all things Stranger Things today. First, I'm just going to start off. Rank the seasons from worst to best.
Worst to best.
Yeah.
I think season 5 would be worst, not because it's bad, but just I think it's the weakest. I think I'd put season 4 after it.
Okay.
Then I think I'd put season 2, then season 3, and then season 1.
Okay. Yeah. I'd say definitely 5's the worst.
Yep.
I'd say none of them are bad.
No.
All of them are really good. I'd say 5, then 3, and then 4, then 2, then 1.
Okay.
I think 1 is like clearly the best.
Yeah.
5's clearly the worst. Then I could switch up on the ones in the middle.
Yeah. I could switch 3 and 2 as well.
Yeah. Who's your favorite character?
I'm partial to Max. Max is
Max?
cool.
I like Max. I did a character ranking, and I put her as the second best character.
Out of everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. Valid.
Yeah. My favorite character is Jonathan. There's a little bit of reasons there. I love how we both have the same name, and we both into movies. That's
Jonathan's awesome.
exactly.
Yep.
Now, who do you think is the best character? Like best written combined with like best acting. Is that different?
It would depend on the season a lot.
Yeah.
Because because like in like season 1, it might be Hopper, but like season 5, absolutely not. So like best character. Probably either Dustin or Steve.
That's it.
Maybe Steve.
Maybe
I
Steve.
think like he kind of
Yeah.
the actor grew into his Joe Keery grew into his role, and then the Duffer Brothers, they kind of like adapted it and really gave him some cool stuff, especially with like him and Robin being co-workers all the time. Yeah,
I think originally he was like they were planning to kill him off or something, but everybody loved him so much, so they switched it to keep him in. And like you were saying, it wavers a lot. One thing I think Lucas and like Max, they're very consistent all the way throughout. Like I don't dislike them in any season.
yeah.
But I'd say the best character is, in my opinion, Dr. Brenner.
The dude, like Papa.
Yeah,
Okay.
Papa. I think he's just outstandingly acted and just like very well written. He doesn't have this huge part as like everybody else, but it's just I don't think there's any flaws in his writing.
Okay.
There's like Vecna, there's a few little things, but Dr. Brenner I think is just perfect writing.
I think I might feel that way a little bit about like Billy.
Because
like for season 2 and 3, like he was the best side character. I think he was really fun. He was interesting. He was scary too, so that was nice.
Yeah. Who's your favorite couple?
I mean, like Max and Lucas are the only ones that actually. Like,
That's the only real answer.
Yeah, I mean, Max and Lucas.
Were you team Nancy and Jonathan or team Nancy and Steve?
Nancy and Jonathan.
Nancy and Jonathan. I think that Nancy should have just been on her own, and that's what it kind of ended up being.
Yep.
Because her and Jonathan didn't really seem like a fit, and she was already past Steve.
Yeah.
So I think that was and they ended up doing that. What was your thoughts on the season finale?
I enjoyed it. I think you said it well. Like the first hour was like kind of meh, like it was building back up, but then the second hour was like really nice.
Yeah. I think like everything they did up in like the wrap up portion of the episode was amazing.
Yeah.
Like I think they wrapped up every character very well, but the first half was a little.
Yeah, it was a little iffy.
Yeah. I think Luke said after Delightful Derek.
Yeah.
Did that one line.
He was
So, it went for the better after that one.
Yep.
Well, I was glad that they actually did something with. Was 11 sister? What's her name?
2.
Was it 8?
8. You're right.
8. Yeah. Because I was worried they were just gonna bring her back just to kill her off, and well, they did. But I was worried they weren't gonna have her have any impact. But thankfully, they did. So I was happy about that part. But the mind flare like the final battle in his physical form.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that one?
It was a little less intimidating than like in season 3 when
yes.
it was this, so like that was a little upsetting, but it was still good, like as its own thing. Yeah, that was nice. It was fun when Joyce Winona Ryder got to like do that.
Did you see that clip from Jimmy Fallon when Derek's actor got to write a question for the actor that played Vecna that he would read after the season finale came out, and he wrote that.
Excuse me.
Bless
Sorry.
you. And he wrote that before, and it was just the question was, "How does it feel to get your head chopped off?"
That's amazing.
And I'm gonna ask Jamie when he's on the show whatever question this is.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you for doing this. Look at this. We have the top secret envelope.
Do you want me to open it?
Yeah.
I'm scared.
This is all you. You're scared?
I'm terrified.
You're Vecna. You can't be scared.
Derek scares me.
Okay.
Oh, bless you, Jake. Hi, Jake. Jake has written, how does decapitation feel?
I love that kid.
I was talking about like the final season or like
all of it. I was gonna say the ending with 11 and Mike's story about her. Like, I really like that.
Yeah.
And I guess the question is, do you think 11 got away and Mike's story happened, or do you think that was just sort of him coping?
Coping. That's a good thing. Loki, when he was talking about going to the waterfall, I thought they ripped off Up. that was my whole thought. That's all I could think about. So they just ripped off Up.
Yep.
So, I mean, I would say it happened, but I don't know.
For me, I almost think like to me, it probably didn't.
Yeah.
But it's like just, Mike's doing his thing. He makes up stories. Like, that's the last story. And also, I mean, the scene where all the little kids came in and started playing D&D again was really sweet.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It was like heartbreaking as they were putting the books up, and it's like...
What do you think about the greatest moment in the show when Derek bagged Holly?
That's the best couple.
Yeah,
yeah.
There we go.
Derek and Holly.
Best couple.
Yeah.
They're the only couple that ended up together, weren't they?
Well, Max and Lucas.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
They were the only ones that like consistently ended up
Or like in the ending, like literally everyone. Oh no, because the police chief and.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
That's true. That is another couple. Luke's just a part of the video now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Who do you think is the best actor and then actress from the show? Like in and outside of Stranger Things.
Oh, like just in general. Like,
yeah.
Obviously, like Finn Wolfhard has had some like success. I don't know if I think he's the best actor. It'll be interesting, like once the new Spider-Man things comes out with Sadie Sink, like that could sway it a lot.
Winona Ryder may be one of the more obvious ones, just because the past acting.
She was like the one like actual celebrity that was on there from the beginning.
Yeah, because if you've seen season 1 when they display the actors' names, she's the first one to come up,
and it is throughout the whole show, which I love. Like I love seeing that. Yeah.
I think Holly, the actress that plays her, specifically when they're kids, I think she was better than like any of the other kids.
That's fair
at the age, but she was also the only like kid to actually have experience because she's been in movies before Stranger Things. Like all the other ones, that was like their first show besides like Broadway.
Yeah, I was because like Gaten Matarazzo, Sadie Sink, and Caleb McLaughlin, they all they were all on Broadway together or something, right? Is it Jamie Campbell? Is that the Vecna actor? Henry? I think he was really good, specifically as Vecna, but really as Henry. He was scary. Season 1 and season 2, Hopper was like that was some good acting. Winona Ryder is great.
And he became the Red Guardian.
Yeah, he was good in that. Sadie Sink's great as well.
You said who's the best actor?
Yeah, of course there's Bob.
But that's true.
Hobbit.
What's that actor's name?
Oh my gosh. I gotta look it up. Sean Astin. Yep.
Love him.
How frustrating or turned off are you about the plot holes in Stranger Things, specifically with like the Duffer Brothers not paying attention to like all the details.
Can you give me specifics?
Like Will's birthday. Like one time they made it a point in season 2, and then later they're showing a camera recorder and it has that date, but like nothing's going on, or they say it's that date. Then there's ones where it's like, Nancy was talking about her parents, how her mom married her dad just for money and that he was older, but in a flashback they're the same age in high school.
I was gonna say, I guess I didn't notice them as much while I was watching. Maybe there were some I noticed, but like, I guess I don't care that much.
Yeah, some people really care a lot. And it's like, I think it's because before they thought they were perfect, and it's like, they're not perfect.
Yeah.
And the more seasons you go on with shows, the more likely that's going to come out and happen. The more plot holes that are going to appear.
I was going to say that, like, the longer you run a show, the way more likely it's going to be that you're going to have some kind of plot hole.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened with Stranger Things. It's like, I think it ran way too long.
None of them were like crazy plot holes though. They were like little details, like
The biggest one was really like, in my opinion, the Mind Flayer was like pretty smart, and then in the finale it's like
an animal.
Big monster, no brain, and it was beaten like 5 minutes. I think just the inconsistency of like power in different enemies, like it didn't really make a lot of sense for a show that like in the first season stayed like it stuck to its own rules. You know, like the first couple of seasons, and then especially like season 4 not as much, but like season 5 especially. It's like it's just kind of whatever the plot needed. Everything kind of did. It didn't feel like the plot was dictated by the world, but the world was dictated by the plot.
Demogorgons, especially with that. Like,
Yeah,
each
that was
season,
way
they're
worse.
way different.
Yeah.
And, like, in the final battle, where, like, the creatures are, like, from that world, but there's no Demogorgons, no Demodogs.
That's a good point.
And, like, none
Of
the bats. None of them are around at all during the battle. And it's supposed to be a hive mind. So if it's getting attacked, you'd think they'd show up or something.
Maybe they'd like all been sent to the Upside Down or something like that, and so I don't know.
Even when they're in the Upside Down, you don't really see them all. Like after Will killed the 4, that was just 4.
You kind of stopped seeing them in the Upside Down, even like in some of the seasons before that. But especially the air in the Upside Down. Like, they were, like, coughing and, like, struggling to breathe. And then all of a sudden it was fine in, like, season 4 to season 5. It was like they could just breathe fine. Which I think if they kept the continuity of the air and the idea of, like, the other dimension and then the Upside Down in between, they could have made it, like, well, it's, like, our atmosphere plus its atmosphere mixed together, and, you know, that's why we can't breathe half of it or, you know, whatever.
But they wanted to have like them riding in the back of in like the bed of a truck or whatever and just blasting through there.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think? I heard the final battle scene against the Mind Flayer was like 5 minutes and 4 seconds, and then Will's coming out scene is like 5 minutes and 8 seconds.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I think the episode in season 5 right before the finale is the worst episode, because it's like they try to do everything, like any plots or storylines that they needed to wrap up, they did all that they didn't want to do in the finale, so they're like, let's just do all this stuff. And to me, it was like it was like useless episode, like and like the time range of like the last of like 5, 6, and 7 don't really make sense to me, because when they were making a plan, there are 2 plans: one to revive the Demogorgon, and the other for Mr. Clark to build the machine. Right after they made the plan, they revived the Demogorgon, but it took them like 3 episodes, because it wasn't until episode 7 did Mr. Clark actually build the them to even like. It was at the end of episode 6 that they knocked on Mr. Clark's door.
Yeah.
So it took them like 3 episodes to build that.
Yeah, I guess part of it is they assume you're like binging that whole thing.
That's true.
Like it's basically like season 5 was basically 2 movies.
Yeah.
Like maybe 3 if you want to count the finale as its own.
Yeah, but I still feel like they should have done those 2 things simultaneously.
Yeah.
Like they've already throughout the whole show have like multiple storylines going on at the same time.
Yeah.
That they cut between. But I almost feel like they revived the Demogorgon, then they did that when it was supposed to both be happening at the same time.
I mean, it makes sense that like they started them at the same time, but like they had the Demogorgon and everything right there at the radio station. Well, they had to go get it actually, didn't they?
Yeah.
But like, I don't know.
Was it the same night that they went and knocked on his door? Or was that supposed to be after?
I think it was the same night, but like the 3 episodes, like time-wise kind of, but it feels like it was further apart than it actually was, just because it didn't happen till episode 7 when that happened in episode 5, even though it was maybe like the afternoon compared to night, which I don't know how it took less time for them to drive, pick up a Demogorgon, bring it back than for them to drive to Mr. Clark's house. Yeah, and just knock on his door.
Did anyone die in... Oh, well, kind of 11, but I don't know. I feel like...
11 and
8.
That's not even a real character. But, like, one of my bigger problems is, like, the military... Was it the military or, like...
I think it was like a weird special forces, like, weird subcategory of the military that, like...
The Delta Force Science Division, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they, like, don't do anything. There's, like... Yeah. They captured these fugitives, which, keep in mind, killed a bunch of their operators in the Upside Down. I don't know.
Yeah, it would have to be the military, because otherwise a random organization, like, usurped a town. Like,
right.
Okay, here's a question. Wait. Oh, how did you feel about, like, the whole Steve and Dustin thing they did, where Dustin was, like, really depressed and Steve was just, like, abusive for a little while?
Yeah. I mean... My thing with Steve is, like, he was kind of, like, bratty and whiny in season 2 when he was forced to be, like, the babysitter. Mm-hmm. But, like, by 4, he kind of grew out of that.
Yeah.
But then in season 5, he went back to being, like, bratty again. No, that's kind of always been his character. But, I mean, I thought it was cool that he kind of called him out on some of the things. That part I liked. Mainly he's frustrated because he's been distant. And that's his best friend, whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. He's like he's his little nugget that he got to go on a cross-road trip with.
Yeah. I did like the scene when they, like, got back together, or, like, they made up, kind of. Yeah. And then the final scene where it's, like, he's visiting Dustin in college. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think Stranger Things is just way too long. There's too much. There's too much in it. Like, season 1, I think, was a pretty concise story.
Yeah.
And then they could have added on to it. Like, season 2 was pretty good. Season 3 wasn't terrible. And then, like, season 4 wasn't bad, but it was, like, that's where I think it could have ended there, I feel like.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I think... It's nice because, like,
it could have ended at, like, season 2, but...
Yeah, but you still, like, you have season 1 or season 1 and season 2 as your concise story, and then you have the others. Like, it doesn't necessarily ruin season 1 or anything like that.
No, it doesn't ruin the first season, but...
Yeah.
I think season 3 is the reason the show went downhill. Because I think 1 and 2, after those, this is amazing show, maybe one of the best ever. Mm-hmm. And it's like the same exact like vibe and everything.
Yeah, it was a lot more intimate in the first 2 seasons.
Yeah, it was like more dark, a little more grounded, and more mystery to it. Mm-hmm. And then in season 3, they made it a little more bright and like a little more unserious. And there's like, whereas in season 1 and 2, you don't know the mystery.
Yeah.
In season 3, you do, but the characters still don't. So that's when I feel like kind of changed the trajectory of the show.
I think season 1 and 2 were like, it was kind of an adventure show, whereas season 3 through 5, it was more of an action show almost.
Mm-hmm. What is your biggest Stranger Things hot take in that?
I think Millie Bobby Brown, like when she was playing 11 in season like 1 through 3, like before they all grew up a bunch, her acting was pretty good. But once like she's like an adult and she's still acting like she was when she looked like 12, it's a little like off-putting. And I get that she's supposed to be like a little emotionally underdeveloped, but I feel like at that point she's had friends for a while. She's like, there should have been a little bit of a change.
That was kind of mine. I don't like 11's character specifically in like 5 or 4. She's also kind of a brat.
And
it's like, oh my gosh, she annoys me. And
also, half the characters in the show are literally just annoying. Erica, the like Candy Striper. Not that I don't like the Wheeler mom, but her character being involved wasn't necessary. They just wrote in. Not that like the characters existed, but they involved them in the plot when they weren't necessary.
I thought the scene where she like fought the Demogorgon was all right, but when she fought the Demogorgon the second time, it's like then they were kind of pushing it.
I just don't think it was necessary.
And also Murray's character, like he was really fun in season 3 and 4, but he was just annoying in season 5 and could not stop like trashing on all the characters.
To me, it's like each of the adults, Murray, Hopper, and Joyce, are all annoying and bratty. It's like they're more immature than the
in the first
kids.
season they weren't.
No,
but
they were
the later seasons, especially.
Yeah, they were really good in 1 and 2, like 2 of the best characters, and then I just don't like them in like 4 and 5. And also, I'm gonna end with a hot take that Will is closeted straight. All right, that was our discussion on Stranger Things. In the video here. Catch you next time. Alrighty, see you later.